Hello everyone, in today's video I'll be talking about various vintage watches from back in the 1980s and 1990s. So back in the 1980s and stuff, I guess 70s also, and 1990s. People used to wear wristwatches like this. It was very common for people to wear wristwatches. This is the one that I wore in elementary school. This is called I think Armatron. Let me see. It's an Armatron watch. It has a removable band thing like that. You can remove it. These were very popular back in the 1980s. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, this was made in Switzerland. I think this is a Swiss company that made it. There were all types of different type of wristwatches people used to wear back in the day. There were like Casio calculator watches and stuff like that as well. Very common for people to wear stuff like that back in those days. It's a bit soft, I guess. The plastic is kind of like not very good anymore. This is kind of like damaged or something. The thing broke. That's how old it is. I think I got it back in 1985 or something. It's pretty damn old. You put it back in there and put it back in the box. Get it back in there. Came with this nice little case. I don't know if you had a watch like that back in the 1980s or not, but they were very popular. This is a Pulsar watch. This is another type of watch. I think this cost like $75 when I got it. As you can see, the prices in there, 75 bucks. The reason why people don't wear watches anymore is because the time is basically on your smartphone, right? I mean, why would you have to carry a watch when you could see what the time is by just looking at your smartphone like that? This is basically my watch now. It's also my alarm clock and a lot of other things. Watch like this, and you would use this knob right here to adjust the time. Right now is about 11:08. But the watch isn't working because obviously the battery had died a while back. If you put it one notch, I think you could change the date as well. So it's October 19th, right? So 19th of today's 19th, and today is Thursday. Okay. I think the first knob is for changing first knob. Don't know if you can get it up anymore. It's such a long time since I used it. So you just use a knob to change the date and the time, basically. I never really bothered with the date thing. All I really cared about was the time, basically. So very common back in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s for people to wear wrist watches. I think the wristwatch industry has declined quite a bit from that time period. So when cell phones became very popular, people stopped wearing wristwatches because the time was on the wristwatch. This is an instruction booklet for it. Shows you how to set the timer and everything. Yeah, these were very common. Like I said, you had calculator watches, digital watches, all very popular. Everyone thought digital watches were pretty cool back in the 1980s. Like, this Casio one. This is also has analog movement and the digital on the bottom part of it. I think I got this back in the 1990s or something. I'm not really sure. Been a while. Haven't wore it for a long time. Let's see where this is made in. Okay, this one is made in Malaysia, I think. It says right there on the watch. Setting it is the same. There's a knob. Actually, there's digital. There's a thing you could put in there to push the button. This one, there's no knobs. It's just by It's by pushing the buttons you could adjust the time and stuff like that. Right now it's not on, so I can't really use it. But watches like these were popular. People still do buy watches today, but it's more like the higher end brands like Cartier, Francis, and stuff like that. I'm not really don't have very much knowledge of luxury watches, but people who do wear watches do wear like higher end watches. Like when I was going to work and stuff like that, people used to wear like luxury watches, and I would see them wear it. But other than that, most ordinary people just don't wear watches at all because they just use their smartphone as a watch as well. So I think the watch industry has declined a lot from back then because it doesn't appeal to the mass market like the smartphone does. That's what I wanted to share with you today, and if you have any thoughts or questions, you can leave it in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.